Now, at the time of me making this video, I've just learned that Reform have won the St Helens Council by-election. They've taken it from Labour, which looks really bad for Keir Starmer. And St Helens and Liverpool have historically been a red Labour area. But things, they are changing, and apparently even Farage is odds-on favourite to be the next Prime Minister. And these odds have, I reckon they've rattled the establishment, because the attacks on Reform and Farage are 10 times more desperate. But what I find concerning here are rumours that the Conservatives want to form a coalition with Reform. And I really hope that doesn't happen, because if it does, you can bet your bottom dollar it'll be like the Tory and Lib Dems Reform back in 2010. And it'll be Kemi Badenoch as Prime Minister and Nigel Farage as Deputy, and that's not what we want. And besides, there are plenty of Tories defecting to Reform lately anyway. And that's because the Conservative Party isn't really the Conservative Party anymore. And they likely see Farage and Reform as the real Conservative Party. There's also speculation that the next election in 2029 could be a possible Reform landslide, which would put Nigel Farage into number 10. And is that a bad thing? Well, no, of course not. And of course the left and the mainstream media are all laughing at this possibility. Of course they did the same thing to Trump back in 2016, and look what happened there. But I'll say it again, folks, what we don't need is a Tory Reform coalition. And that's simply because the Tories and Kemi Badenoch just can't be trusted. These are the same people who had 14 years in government and did nothing, and allowed everything to just get into such a state that Labour were an easy shoe-in for government, and look how that's turning out. So there we go, that's the latest. Reform keep winning council seats all over the country. They're taking them from Labour. Bookies have placed Nigel Farage as the favourite to be the next Prime Minister, and this has shaken the establishment so much that the Tories are apparently looking for a coalition to stay in power. And it'll be nice, to be honest with you. I mean, we've had over 100 years now of the same two parties being in power, the Tories and Labour, and it's a vicious circle. And it's a circle that must be broken. And that's why a deal with either Labour, the Tories, or even the Lib Dems must be out of the question, so the country can have a good chance of being great again, to steal the quote from Donald Trump, and give this island back its soul. And that's that. I'm Paz49, thanks for watching, and until the next time, Roger Trout.